Chris Hogan here. I've spent so much time on the road and talked with a lot of people, and the millionaire success stories that I run into might surprise you.
Most stories that have a happy ending don't feel like it along the way.
You're gonna get a glimpse into the life of a self-made millionaire.
What came out of it was a lot of lessons.
This is Millionaire.
My name's Amir, and this is my lovely wife, Connie. We, along with our two grown children, run a consulting firm where we provide speaking, consulting, workshops, and those types of services to leaders. I left Iran because there was a lot of unrest at the time in 1978. There was a war, there was a revolution, there was a lot of stuff that happened, and I didn't make it back home for 13 years. Connie came from a background of very modest means. And
the hoods, honey, the hoods.
Should we say the hood?
Okay. My family was lower middle class, I guess, or struggling. We struggled the whole time. My parents told me nothing, absolutely nothing about finances.
And my parents obviously lived in a completely different culture. They didn't know anything about this culture, and they weren't here to coach me or teach me or anything like that. So
I have to say, we were clueless. We had no idea about finances, about life or anything.
We were in love. We didn't know anything about anything. We just knew that we loved each other. And we said, hey, why not? Let's go ahead and get married. We were kids. At the time, I was going to school. I had 2 jobs, and Connie had 1 job. And between the 2 of us, we had a car, a beater. And so that's where we were. When I got out of college, I remember my salary was about $36,000 a year. Okay, so for many, many years, it wouldn't reach a 6-figure salary. We did a lot of stupid with zeros in front of it, as Dave mentions. But then later on in life, what we did was we essentially got a lot smarter about how to manage our money and the fact that debt is not something that is a good thing. And that's how we really started making real progress in our finances.
I was looking at TV and I saw this reality show with a family that had a large amount of kids. And someone asked them, how can you afford all these kids? And they said, we're debt-free. And I'm going like, they're debt-free with all those kids and we have 2. We can be debt-free. So I went on their website, I tried to find out what they did, but it wasn't practical enough. It wasn't what I needed, because I needed the how-to. And then I discovered Dave Ramsey. I saw his billboards here in Atlanta and bought the course and told Amir, we have to do this. Amir had no choice.
She is an avid reader on a variety of topics.
Yes.
And when she came to this one, she was like, look, we got to do this. We took the course and really found the principles to be very helpful. And so we started coordinating about 9 years ago, FPU. And in fact, even right now, as we speak on Monday nights, we are coordinating our 10th class. Having a budget, having a plan, having some sort of a discipline to do that. Those are basically foundational things that need to happen. What are some things that really contributed to us getting there? For me, the first thing is stop chasing the next hot stock. I cannot tell you how many bad decisions I made. It was like, geez, every time we heard about something is really doing great, we jumped on the bandwagon only to see it tank. We're going to put our money in long-term, mutual funds, and we're not going to chase that next thing. So the second thing I would say that is really critical for anybody who wants to be a millionaire, if you will, you need to decide if you want to be wealthy or if you want to look wealthy. If you decide that you want to look wealthy to others, then chances are that it's going to take you a long time and you may not ever get there. When you have a scarcity mentality, you feel like there's only so much of this to go around, and it really causes you to be greedy, to hold on to things, not to give anything, because then you're going to have less. But have an abundance mentality. The more you give, the more will come your way. We really made a commitment to ourselves to have this house be a blessing to other people. So we have held countless classes in our basement for people who wanted guidance on finances. I do a lot of coaching on leadership and that sort of thing. From time to time, we've known people who needed a place to stay for a period of time. The other way that we try to do that is, I'm a consultant, I'm a speaker, and I have a lot of friends who do the same thing. And what I do is I recommend their work, they recommend my work. It's not like, okay, we're competitors, and if you have more, I'm gonna have less. So I think this whole notion of having an abundance mentality makes you a giver, and it opens up a lot of doors that otherwise would be closed. More and more, as we're exposed to people who have accumulated millions of dollars, we are now very clear that it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much of that money you keep. Because even when we did hit six-figure, for quite some time we were actually just spending the money. We weren't keeping any of it.
Yeah.
We save, we have targets, we have a plan, and we adjust our spending as we need to. So if your excuse is, I grew up in this kind of environment, you can overcome it. If your excuse is, I don't make a lot of money, you really can overcome that by going after something that you love to do to increase the amount of money that you make, but at the same time, most importantly, keeping more of the money that you do make. And if your excuse is, well, I'm too old for this stuff, but we've had people in our classes who are in their 60s and 70s. And yes, we have those conversations that says, oh geez, I wish I had started when I was 20, but you know what? I can start now. It doesn't matter what kind of adversity you're dealing with. If you're hoping, if you really have hope for a brighter future, that fact in itself transforms who you are in this moment and what you do and how much enthusiasm you live your life with. Mm-hmm. So my encouragement to the viewers would be adopt an abundance mentality. If you don't have all the tools and methodologies, go after it. There's plenty of learning. I mean, you can start with a Financial Peace University. It's only 9 weeks. What are you gonna do for 9 weeks? Take the course and make it happen. It's possible. So go for it. And I certainly wish all the viewers the best, because it is possible that they will be in the same seat that we're in, telling their story.